What if you could never fail again? What would that look like for your business, for your life, for you hitting the goals that you strive to hit? Well, that's what I'm gonna show you how to do in this video. And if you stick with me, I'm actually gonna walk you through a simple framework. There's just two parts that's gonna allow you to always win and never fail. Now, at its surface, I totally understand how that seems like it's crazy, it's almost ridiculous. How is it possible to never fail? Well, it is possible if you redefine how you look at failure. Now, it's not just saying, hey, you don't fail over here. It's actually how you redefine failure and then apply that to everything you do, every decision you make, every action you take to bring you closer and closer to the success and the goals that you're looking to achieve. So the first step is redefining and understanding what true failure is. Most people think mistakes or things not going their way is failure. How often have you had an outcome that you wanted, a desire that you had, but then it just doesn't happen? Things don't pan out that way. Maybe you're launching a marketing campaign or you're on a sales call. Things just don't work the way you want them to work. And you sometimes start thinking about that as a failure. Well, here's what you need to understand. Those are not true failures. There are only two true failures that you actually have in your life and in your business. The first is a failure to continue, giving up. That's the biggest failure, is actually giving up and not continuing to strive and hit your goals. The second failure is the failure to learn. Now, this is more shallow than giving up, but it can put you into a catch-22 infinite loop where you fail to learn, fail to learn, fail to learn, and then eventually give up. So there's only two major failures that you need to avoid. Giving up, that's the big failure, and then the failure to learn drives you closer and closer to giving up. So how do you avoid those failures and how do you never fail again? Well, the key is to eliminate those two things. Never give up if it's a goal that you truly want. Now, that doesn't mean that there could be different paths, there could be different strategies, right? So one of the things we talk about is YouTube ads versus Facebook ads. Don't give up on the goal of, let's say, growing your business to a 7-figure business. If that's the goal, you might need to know when to take a different strategy to get to that goal. So you might say, hey, I don't want to do Facebook ads anymore, I want to do YouTube ads. That's different. That's not giving up. That's changing the strategy to get to the goal you seek. If your goal is Facebook ads, then yeah, don't give up on that. But if your goal is greater, if your goal is let's scale my business to 7 figures, don't give up on that goal. You may just need to adapt the strategy, right? So don't give up in your goals. That's the first step. But the second is to always learn from your mistakes and apply that learning to future success, right? Like we said, the two biggest failures are to give up and the failure to learn. Because the failure to learn creates an infinite loop where you don't learn, you make the same mistakes over and over, and then when you start doing that, that's when you're likely to give up, which is the ultimate failure. But if you say, I'm never going to give up on my true goal and what I'm looking to achieve, and if you also say I'm always going to learn whenever an outcome doesn't go my way, then you can apply that learning, you can apply that to future success. So always learning and being in that learner's mindset is incredibly valuable because it allows you to learn and get better and better and get closer and closer to your goals. So when I look at every decision, every outcome that I have of an action I take, whether it be in my business or in my life, I look at it as either a win, a success that's getting me closer and closer to that goal, or I see it as a learning lesson that I can build a foundation on and do better next time. If you just get 1% better with every single decision you make, James Clear said this best in Atomic Habits, over the course of a whole year, you get 37 times better. 37 times better if you get 1% better every single day. So if you're constantly learning, you're constantly growing, then you're gonna be building on your own successes and building on mistakes, and that creates the foundation for your future success. Remember, the only true failures are to give up or the failure to learn, which creates a loop that makes you more likely to give up. If you refuse to give up and you say, I'm always going to learn from my mistakes and when things don't go exactly according to plan, then you're going to be able to build on those learning lessons and continue to grow from there. You're going to be able to build on everything you're learning. Now, always, somebody who's watching these videos or when I start talking about this, somebody says, well, what if it was an outside force? I didn't control it. It was the market. It was this. It was that caused this particular outcome not to go according to plan. What can you learn from that? Well, there are things you can learn from that. You can learn to build in margin, right? You can learn to plan for unexpected things that might happen in your business, might happen in your life. And yes, nobody likes to have crazy, unexpected things that aren't good, but guess what? There's crazy, unexpected, good things that can happen in your life and business as well. What you need to do is actually plan for that. And that can be the learning lesson. You can truly have a learning lesson from every situation that doesn't go the way you want. But also, be careful, you need to learn from wins as well, because a success or a win that you don't learn from and you can't repeat really isn't that much of a win. Because if you can't repeat what made you successful, then you're not going to be able to continue to build and continue to grow and reach greater and greater heights. So you need to always learn from your mistakes, from your successes, from things that kind of go okay, right? Neutral things as well. Learn from that. How can we make everything better? How can we always win? So the way to never fail again is to avoid the only two true failures. The failure to give up, right, where you're giving up, and the failure to learn. Those are the true failures, and you can decide today, watching this video, to not give up and to always learn. And when you do that, you'll never fail again in your life. Let me know in the comments down below if you have committed yourself to never fail again, to always learn, always grow, and also be sure to share this video with somebody else who you think needs to hear this message. If you're looking to grow your business, whether it be with YouTube ads or video marketing, we'll have those links down below. We've got more videos coming out right here on this channel, so be sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell icon so you never miss a video, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.